Another shot is coming raw and unbounded. The whiskey's always talking and the beer's overflowing. Another shot is gonna hit you with a mind overloading on it. The bar is always open with no inhibitions. Another shot will leave your sensories twitching. Just remember, everything we say is just our opinion. But then again, it might be the alcohol talking. It might be the alcohol talking. Let's go.
Welcome to Another Shot Podcast, where our opinions might be real, or it could just be the liquor talking. Sit back and enjoy another shot.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to our Thirsty Thursday Thoughts and Shots. We are Another Shot Podcast. And I tell you what, guys, honestly, I've got some sad news to start the show off with. So I went into the store today to get another 12 of my Pacifico because, well, I mean, we're still technically still in summer, and I'm trying to hold on just a little bit to one of my favorite drinks. And they were out. To counteract that, folks, I've been talking about it for a minute now. Yuengling has decided to come out with it a little earlier. Yes, this is the Yuengling Oktoberfest, and I figure since tonight is there's gonna be a lot of sports talk, guys. I'm gonna be honest, a lot of sports talk. So why not go ahead and break into the fall beverages and really get this thing going? The only thing I've forgotten. What better way to start the night than with another shot?
And
What do we got? Budweiser Zero for you non-alcoholic drinkers.
and somebody asked me the other day, how does it taste? So I decided to taste it this time. It literally tastes just like a Budweiser.
So I've had non-alcoholic drinks before. And honestly, the first time, you're going to like this one. So I used to go into, this is back in the way back in the day. Have fun. Good night, all. Mr. Kerr says, bleh. Jan, that was what your own version of a drive-by? By the way, my boy 6ix9ine in the house. I understand now why you wanted to stay at home tonight. There was talk about him joining us. And I seem to see a little, I know it's only preseason, but 10-14 to the Bengals. Could that be a possible preview? We have some preseason games going on right now. Cincinnati is in Philadelphia, and they are winning 14-10, and we have Indianapolis and Baltimore. The Ravens are winning 14-9. Again, in and out, done. That was quick. So, Steve-O, we are going to do what we have done many times in the past, sir. We will drop that link. You can join us. But no, I got so back to what I was originally saying. I've got one friend I've been wanting to come into the bar. He's a non-drinker. And he has actually asked the question before. He doesn't know what beer tastes like. And of course, all us beer drinkers are like, dude, it depends on what you get. Some's good, some's bad. And it's been interesting to try and talk him into it. So I thought, why not just to kind of give it a whirl and appease others. I am going to bring in some non-alcoholic stuff and let them try it. And I think I need to get some of this, I need to go back and try the O'Doul's again. Of course, like, Kitty Cat just told us, Budweiser's got one. I'm interested in finding what all brands have non-alcoholic and just give it a try. If I'm not mistaken, there is a section in County Market that has non-alcoholic beers. Ugh. But no, my first experience was back in the day. Kids weren't supposed to be in there, but a lot of bartenders turned a blind eye to people like me when I would go in on Monday nights with my mom and stepdad to Pool League. And this was the famous Bill's Bar in Evans City. And once I became of age, it became one of my favorite haunts. I loved the place. It was small. There was, it literally was a small hole in the wall, guys. It was in between two streets, and it was on a side street. It wasn't bad, but people really liked, me going in there. I got along with a lot of them, and there was one person in particular. I cannot remember the gentleman's name. This was over, oh man, this is over 30 years ago now. I hate saying that. I think I might have been 11 or 12 at the time. And he made a bet with me one night. He bought me some nachos. Well, at the time, oh, fuck no. Jalapenos. He said, I will buy you a non-alcoholic beer if you eat those nachos or those jalapenos. So I'd already finished the nachos. And I thought, why not? Tipped them back. And I tell you what, at that age, I was hurting like immediate. I'm actually in the bathroom sitting there trying to like shove water into my mouth. And it was horrible.
Worse.
So I go in, I come back out, I sit down at the bar, I'm all excited, and he hands me an O'Doul's. All right, cool. So I crack it, and at the time I was kind of like, oh, I'm a newbie, and I'm sipping on this thing, I'm trying, and next thing I know, the bartender comes over and goes, he can't do that, and takes it away from me. Even the non-alcoholic has a certain percentage, I guess, and right there on the back of the O'Doul's, it was like 0.1% or something like that, or it was, yeah. So even the non-alcoholic aren't fully non-alcoholic unless they've changed it over the years.
It says 0. Budweiser 0.
What makes it interesting for me on this is, I think, as you all know, alcohol has, adds to the flavor a little bit, that little bit of a burn. It's kind of like, trying to find a good Jack Daniels has that apple cider they come out with, that seasonal, that winter cider. It's just a little bit of alcohol added to it, and I mean, other than that, that's the only thing I can really come up with. I'm trying to think of something else. How about the fake margaritas you can buy in at Walmart, but yet that's supposed to be the mix? I don't know. What would be a good example, Kat? Help me out here. I'm struggling. It's been so long since I looked up something that was non-alcoholic. Oh, look, I get to break into the Sam Adams Oktoberfest mug. And it is, wow. That's a rookie pour, guys. That is a rookie pour.
Are you ready for me to hit that button?
What's up?
Are you ready for me to hit that button?
Step up.
Ready for it to hit that button.
What button? Oh, yeah. Go ahead. I thought you'd already dropped it. I wasn't paying any bit of attention.
I'm just waiting for you to finish your sentence. It went
Oh,
a little
yeah.
longer than a sentence.
Let's get the sport talk going, guys. I mean, I don't mind, especially now. We're literally less than a week away from the first preseason game of the Steelers. We're in full swing. Honestly, Blue, you gonna join me, or what are you doing down there? Oh. So at the end of the day, there, big man, go ahead and click that link. Join us on here, and let's get the sports talk going. Because I'll tell you right now, there's a lot going on with the Steelers, and I actually had seen somebody say they were predicting that the Steelers were going to go 10-7. Okay, that's what they've been. What, 2 years in a row now? I had one person I seen that thought they were going to go 12-5, and that's with Aaron Rodgers at the helm. They are so excited because him and DK Metcalf look amazing during camp. They've been, they just, that's his go-to. Lots of afternoon moves. Go ahead.
Off-season moves.
Off-season moves. Dude, click the link. Let's talk about it. Come on. Slowpoke. I know one thing that has happened. So we were talking last week. I'm very surprised that Terry McLaurin is still not signed by anybody. I mean, apparently he's still with Washington. What? I can't read it, kitty cat. It's all too small.
He says I don't see it on Facebook. It's there, I promise.
We're here. What's going on, Arliss? Can't find us on Facebook. That's interesting. Yeah, it's shown on mine. We're live.
Look in the comments.
You talking to him or me?
Him.
Quick update. Baltimore has scored again. Blue is
Arliss found it.
Arliss, yeah. And he's not even a sports guy. So the Steelers, a lot of people are starting to talk about maybe Broderick Jones being benched, because the word is, remember, he was our number one 2 years ago. And he was definitely less than impressive last year. Like, his rookie season, I thought he did phenomenal. Like, I mean, he was literally picking guys up and walking with them. A lot of the teams are playing their backups on preseason. Yeah, I mean, that's normal for the first couple preseason games. Every now and then you'll see the starters come in for at least just one series, and then they're going to immediately take them out. This season, though, and especially Detroit, I doubt we're going to see a lot of their starters during preseason. With the way they were beat up and the way they were hurt going into that game against Washington in the playoffs, been dealing with a left-wing nut job today. Oh, is that during an interview or what? What happened there? We got our boy Blue from the sidelines. Yeah. What do we got? Burrow is 9 for 10, 123 yards, 2 touchdowns tonight. If you put the starters in, I'm going to tell you right now, yeah, they're going to be doing awesome. When you go up against a team that's already got, either not playing their starters or, well, yeah, there's no and. They are definitely going to make the starters on the other team look like superstars. Gonna send it to me on Facebook. I'll send it to you. Oh, okay. This should make it interesting. No, like I said, we what do we got? Oh, you like college football or NFL? Do I like college football or NFL? I like both. Kitty Cat, his comment stopper. Thank you. I like both personally. When it comes to college football, I'm a huge Penn State fan. I stand behind my home teams. I'm a Pitt fan. I'm a Penn State fan. One of my favorite games to watch, and I'm so glad they brought it back, is the backyard brawl between Pitt and West Virginia. Always a banger. Notre Dame, I never turn off the TV. I always like to sit down and watch my Fighting Irish go. But outside of that, it's like my daughter. Send it to Cat. Cool, brother.
Yeah, he did.
The West Virginia Marching Band. Oh, the Mountaineers. That's awesome. Hey, that gives us a good reason to go down to Morgantown. It's not a hard drive, and trust me, I know Morgantown like the back of my hand now. And honestly, I love their stadium. Morgantown's it's a cool little town. It really is. It's definitely a university town. One of the best hospitals in West Virginia is in Morgantown, and that's Ruby. But when it comes to West Virginia, though, I'm more of a basketball fan. I love college basketball more than the NBA because those guys actually still play. But other than that,
I'm livid with that.
Ew, what do we got down here in the allow us to welcome to the stage? You should recognize this pretty little face. What's up, beautiful? Look at you. Oh, dude.
Look, our baby's grown up.
I'm not gonna lie, homie. I was actually looking forward to you coming here though, because I found our favorite. I got us the Oktoberfest. One and done would have been cool, dude. I mean, and it's the first sports night of the season. Football's right around the corner, dude. Come on, tell me you're excited too.
Oh, I'm stoked, man. I'm stoked. I'm watching it now. I'm watching Indy.
What I tell you. I kind of had a sneaking suspicion you were going to be doing the Philly game. I don't blame you, dude. I might, if I can find another one, I might just get another TV, hook it up out here too. That way, when we do the evening shows, I can still see my Steelers going. Hell, if Mark Madden can get away with it, I think so can I. Oh, dude. You still sipping on the coffee? Dude, I found something out. I can't drink coffee in the evening anymore. It will keep me up. I used to be able to drink a whole pot. I could go to bed drinking a pot of coffee, and it'd never bother me. You're going to be up all night. Savage.
I'll be able to sleep, man.
So you brought it up a little while ago, though. A lot of off-season moves. What's been the biggest one in your opinion?
I don't know. I'm
Other
still
than the
learning.
Steelers getting Captain America.
Yeah, that was a complete soap opera. There's so many. I'm still trying to catch up. But I don't know. I'm starting to prepare for fantasy rosters and stuff like that, and that's where I'm gaining some knowledge. But some teams have really gone big. They're going all out.
Remember we were talking not long ago? I kind of saw this after the draft, and I made this prediction. Dallas made some interesting moves. They could very well turn into that little sleeper team that, you know what I mean?
They got scary. They picked up Your dude from Pittsburgh, Pickens.
Yes.
They picked up Pickens. They're going to be scary, but you still got Dak Prescott. You know, you could have the best receivers, but you got to be able to throw to your receivers and not the other team. And thankfully, Dak Prescott loves to throw to Philadelphia.
Well, here's the fun part. Did you see the some of the inside stuff that has leaked out that CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens are not getting along? Hello, Miss Sandy.
Shocker. Pickens wasn't getting along with DK Metcalf. I mean, dude's a loose cannon. He's Antonio Brown squared.
Dude, literally, I mean, we all said it. We thought that DK was going to be that guy that, I mean, you don't fuck with DK. You really don't. He's already proven his temper, and he's a beast.
Oh, he's
Dude,
a large
very
man.
strong.
He's a force.
But speaking of Dallas, there's rumor they're thinking of shopping Micah Parsons.
He's unhappy in Dallas, apparently. He wants paid, and it's going to be up to Jerry Jones to pay him. And you're going to see a couple other players following the same thing here right before the season happens every year. Contract holds out. These guys want paid.
Well, I tell you what, you're not getting paid if you come to the Steelers. That's for damn sure. But let's talk about this one though. This one kind of, I'm a little bittersweet about this. I've always been a Jalen Ramsey's fan. Is he arrogant? Yes. But he could back it up. It's somebody that the Steelers have thought about before and then just never pulled the trigger on it. He swore up and down he would never play for the Steelers, and then lo and behold, we get rid of somebody that is like just hitting their prime and brought in somebody that is pretty much on the tail end of his career.
Sorry.
So Jalen Ramsey is now a Steeler, but that does make our secondary that much more scary.
You got a guy from Philly too.
We picked up
Did you guys
Slay,
not get C.J. Gardner-Johnson?
I think we picked up I want to say, didn't we pick up Slay?
That's right. Yeah, you're welcome. Good Lord, I don't know why we let that man go. Why? It's because Saquon's playing cornerback now. It's fine. It's fine.
We got another Travis Hunter, right?
Where it is, I did see today. We'll see Travis Hunter this weekend. Jacksonville plays on Saturday. Remember, he wouldn't go to a team. He refused to go to a team unless he was able to be a two-way player like Dion, both sides of the ball. And supposedly this Saturday when Jacksonville plays, he's going to be playing both sides of the ball. So he got his wish down there.
You know, the irony never stood out until I just thought about it. Who else do we know that made a career out of playing, especially when he went to Dallas, Iron Man football? He wanted to play both sides of the ball. And he got the big contract. He got the $35 million. Because remember, he also did the commercial, with Jerry Jones. He's like, offense or defense? Both. And at the end, he goes, 15 or 20 million. He goes, both, So when you have...
of which, not to cut you off, just saw Shedeur, since we're talking about Travis Hunter, Shedeur Sanders will be starting for Cleveland tomorrow.
Now that I'm going to be interested in watching.
Against the Panthers.
I still don't see. I think, you know what? He peaked in college. I think he's just going to be another one of those. He's going to go in there. He might be decent, but how many times have we seen his type of player, his type of quarterback? It hasn't been panning out as of late. The Michael Vick era is over. So people still want to bring back like the Slash. They want to bring back Michael Vick. They want to bring back, and it usually doesn't work out very well for them.
He's an arrogant kid, man. I mean, he's like his father, but his father was able to do that because he had the skills and, that electric performance. He's a performer, but he was also an amazing athlete. Shedeur has a lot to live up to. and maybe it's hereditary or what, but he's got to put up or shut up.
Hello, Miss Rachel. How you doing, beautiful? And that beautiful little girl. I cannot wait to get back down there. Hopefully, I will. Actually, here in the next couple weeks, I might be coming down for a short stint on the weekend, 23rd. So we're gonna have to try and set something up, girl. Rachel is another one of those ones. She likes football, but she doesn't like football. I think she, of course, she's from Florida, so I think she's more of a Jacksonville or Tampa Bay fan. Good friend of mine, actually, Steve. That would be great.
Is she a Philly fan?
If anything, trust me, that's a little sister to me. She's going to be more of a Steeler fan, especially since I made sure to convert my friend, her husband Daniel, to a Steeler fan.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Well, I can give you 6 big reasons why they're, better than Philly. Even though there's a lot of dust on those.
We're on our way, baby. We're on our way. We're on our way.
But yeah, like I said, I'm interested. Chris Cannon, holy crap. Much appreciated, brother. Chris Cannon, you should recognize that gentleman, Rachel.
Oh, Redskins, that's also unfortunate. I do like how he calls them the Redskins still.
You know what? They're always going to be the Skins. Dude, I'm sorry. They can be the Commanders all day long on paper, but in everybody's heart, they're always going to be the Redskins.
Yeah, I can't do it. So I am looking at your Steelers roster here. Full roster. This is preseason, so they get the roster over their limit. You got 5 quarterbacks listed. You guys can
Aaron
keep 3.
Rodgers, Mason Rudolph, Will Howard. I think we still have that Allen.
No, you got Skylar Thompson.
Oh, I
and
forgot about
Logan
him.
Woodside. Now, if you remember Skylar Thompson, he was the backup to Tua last year when Tua got hurt, and he was abysmal. So I think you're going to carry. And Will Howard, didn't he get hurt or something like that? I think recently.
Yes, he is out they said he'll be out for the entire preseason, but it is a small break in his throwing hand.
Well, that's okay. That's okay because, I do feel Mason Rudolph is competent when Aaron Rodgers goes down in game 1. So,
the first play of the game.
I'll never. That was the worst bet I ever made on my life. Aaron Rodgers yards. He goes down.
Well, you know what's going to happen. His walker is going to catch a pebble, and he's going to trip forward and dislocate his shoulder this time.
Your running backs, though, are interesting. You got Kenneth Gainwell came over to you from Philadelphia.
Thank you again, by the way.
Here you go, guys. Just move over there to the other side of the state. Sure, shit. You kept Jalen Warren because obviously you lost Najee.
And Najee's hurt too. Let's throw that in there real quick. He had an eye injury, and they tried to play it off, and it turns out it's a little more serious than people expected. But I don't think I've yet to hear how he picked up that eye injury. So I still call them San Diego, but the Chargers, they're going to be without Najee for a little while.
I mean, it's going to be interesting. And I'm really curious about with what the Steelers did on the offseason, like how they're going to and their game plan. I mean, you got 2 good receivers, but your backfield, you don't have that hammer. You got Gainwell, who's a slot guy. You got Jalen Warren, another guy pretty much out of the backfield. But then you guys got Will Howard's buddy, Trey Sermon from Ohio State.
I forgot we didn't pick him up.
Trey Sermon, 5th year at Ohio State. And you also, what do you know about Lou Nichols?
0. But I want to do a quick shout out for you. The Eagles have scored a field goal to make it 17-14 right now.
You know, I have every streaming service known to man, and the only one I don't have is the Eagles. This is like ripping me apart.
I got you back.
Watch on. But you got Trey Sermon, Lou Nichols, right? He's out of Central Michigan up there in the MAC. He's a very, very good player. He's huge. 224, 23 years old, first year, rookie. But I'd look for him to stay in the lineup in some capacity. I think he was a hell of a special teams guy too, if I remember.
Well, sometimes we do end up getting that diamond in the rough. Remember Willie Parker, dude? He was a third stringer. And both Deuce Staley and Jerome Bettis went down to injury. So first game of the season, we throw in, we have no choice. We put in Willie Parker against the Titans, that famous 2005 where we went in as a 6 seed and won it all. And look what he did, dude. He was awesome. Like his speed, nobody was ready for it.
Oh, I absolutely agree.
But when he broke his leg, like most players, when he came back, he was not the same person. And he went into just Steeler history, literally. That doesn't mean I wouldn't wear a fast Willie Parker jersey, though. So, I mean, when we got somebody like Trey Sermon,
there's options, but this is an Aaron Rodgers led offense, and you have a pretty good offensive line. But the more and more I look at who you got on your team, it's gonna be a lot of short passes, and I think this team is designed for it.
Well, I was just talking about it right before you popped on. Broderick Jones, that stud we picked up from Georgia 2 years ago, first round, had an awesome rookie season. And last season, as a starter, he was horrible. And everybody kept saying, well, move him to his natural position. I guess they still have not decided to move him to his natural position, and he is looking even worse. So they've now brought in from the Saints. The guy's a 3-time Pro Bowler. He can play guard and he can move over. And his natural position is left side. So I don't know. He hasn't been a starter for some time now, but I can't see what that says.
The back from Iowa. He's talking about Caleb Johnson. Yeah, he's an electric dude. He's a pounder, man. 224, 6'1".
I guess Zach Frazier.
I did not know the tight ends you guys picked up, and these receivers. Holy shit! I literally thought the Steelers have done nothing.
We've picked some weapons up, but I'm telling you, my prediction for this season, I think we've really done enough. Our defense is going to carry a lot of games, but I made this prediction early. The Steelers have their first losing season. I'm telling you right now. I think they go 8-9.
I don't know. I like the Steelers more and more now that I see what they've done here. These are just your tight ends alone. You have 3 excellent tight ends. I thought it was just Freiermuth, but no, they went more. You have experience at receiver in Robert Woods. You love Roman Wilson.
I can't wait to see how Roman does.
You have Ben Skowronek. You remember him? You know him?
Who?
Ben Skowronek.
Hang on, I have 2 people at the same time. Blue is saying 11-6. Chris Cannon says he agrees. They only win 8 games. Who are you talking about, Steve-O?
That Ben Skowronek guy. He came from the Rams.
He was like the redhead
stepchild over there at receiver. Scotty Miller, DK Metcalf, Calvin Austin. You got weapons out there.
My concern is that it's still the line. I mean, I think Zach Frazier is going to be a monster again. Dude, he was a stud last year as a starter, a rookie starter. Furtado, I cannot wait to see what he does. I can't.
The line's
Special
good.
teams guy.
You know who else blocks on the line, especially on the edges? Tight ends.
Yes.
You picked it. You got Fryermuth, who's good, pass catcher, defending the pass rush. You also have Connor Hayward. All right. You guys picked up Jonnu Smith from Miami. He's a bad man. 248. And you got to love your biggest dude on that football field that can catch a football, Darnell Washington. The man is a
Dude, he
train.
is looking phenomenal.
You have a
nothing
line just in tight ends.
I'm still concerned.
Wow.
It's going to be the left side. We brought in a fading player who's, I think, 5 years in the season, in his career. I guess he's been injury playing quite a bit, but we picked him up from the Saints. A lot of people are thinking he's going to fill in for Broderick. Broderick might get benched.
Broderick Jones?
He's been getting beat bad. He looks horrible. And even Tomlin, who normally does that whole, I'm going to talk around what's going on. He's even voiced concerns on him.
Well, they got that big rookie. I think he's the biggest man on that team. That dude from Lindenwood College, Gareth Warren, number 69. He could step in there and just be a body at 333.
So I know you're going to be a little biased on this question here, but let's talk some facts. Your guys didn't do a lot of big moves other than give up some key players, especially on your defense. Is there a little bit of concern on your end for Philly?
No, because we just won a Super Bowl by like 40 points. It wasn't a money thing because we also we did really good in the draft. I'm trying to pull up Philly's chart now. Shit, man. When you guys say Saquon Barkley score points like that, we didn't lose anyone. That wasn't a key player. Quarterback, we picked up Connor McCord, rookie out of Syracuse, and we picked up Dorian Thompson-Robinson out of UCLA. I mean, we have no experience, real NFL experience behind Hurts, so that worries me. We'll be going with Tanner McKee, I believe. He was playing tonight. But at running back, we picked up A.J. Dillon from Green Bay.
Okay.
He's very good. 6 year out of Boston College to give Saquon a break. We picked up Killian Robinson out of Texas. We got Shipley out of Clemson. He just hasn't played much because he hasn't needed.
Hang on.
But still, even that wide receiver, I mean, we made very few changes. We're young. We're sticking with A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, Johnny Wilson, Jahan Dotson. No real changes at tight end. But, I mean, our line hasn't moved. We still got the same bad men out there. I mean, this is going to be the Saquon show, it looks like. Same thing on defense. We got all those dudes now. They're in their third, fourth year out of Georgia, Texas, Nebraska, Bama. Our number one pick, Jihad Campbell. That's why we let Slay go. Freed up Jihad Campbell. We gave more money to Nakobe Dean. That whole bomb-ass giant Georgia lineup. And that Azeez Ajulari, we picked him up from Georgia. We have an all-Georgia team on defense, which there's nothing wrong with that.
So, of course, my boy Chris Cannon here is going to say Philly sucks because he's a Skins fan, and obviously the Skins are rivals. They're division rivals.
Man, the Skins. Hey, I got nothing against the Skins, man. I am more scared of them than any other team in our division this year because they were very good and very competitive last year. And
They played a good
Jaden
game
Daniels.
against Philly.
What's that?
I mean, remember they did play a good game against Philadelphia, dude. That championship game,
It was
they
back and forth,
stayed in
high
it.
scoring. It was fun.
And I honestly, if
Jaden
Daniels
Daniels,
is healthy,
he's good.
dude, I'm telling you, I think he's
And
going to be a monster.
He's got good backups: Sam Hartman, Marcus Mariota. They still have Eckler. They got McNichols from Boise State. They still got Brian Robinson. I mean, and they really went in on receiver, which I want to fucking cry because we didn't pick up these guys. I think McLaurin left, didn't he? He's still listed on here. I thought McLaurin went to
McLaurin's still
Dallas.
there, but he's another one of those disgruntled players that wants to go, and I cannot for the life of me figure out why Terry McLaurin would want to leave a team that is going to be they're going to be one of the top favorites. They're going to be in that mix in the talk.
McLaurin wanted to leave because he's no longer the top dog because they went ahead and got Deebo Samuel. They picked up Deebo. They picked up Michael Gallup from Dallas. They still have Zach Ertz. I mean, Jaden Daniels has weapons, and it's scary. It's scary for Philly. I mean, those games are going to be fun.
I'm very much looking forward to watching, let's call them what they are, the Commanders. But yes, we all know them as the Skins. They'll always be the Skins. They're going to be, I'll tell you what, the NFC is going to be the team or the division to watch this year. Detroit Monsters.
Worried about
Washington.
Detroit.
Philly is still in the mix. On that side, I'm telling you, I think Dallas is going to be the sleeper. Watch out. They're going to, I mean, they could kick in that back door and never even, you'd never see it coming.
And don't forget, you gave the Giants Russell Wilson.
Oh, now.
Does that make them better?
I guess the New York Giants, the New York Football Giants are going to the Super Bowl. He literally, that man literally went from coast to coast. He went from Seattle, took a small pit stop in Pittsburgh, but he made his way all the way to the coast and made it to New York.
I mean,
Start spreading the news.
But remember when we were pre-draft, you were talking about who you wanted on the Steelers out of the draft?
Yes.
Who you wanted? Who did you want? You remember that?
I wanted Jackson Dart.
He's a Giant with Russell
Wilson.
I know. They both went there.
I know.
And of course, Jameis Winston had to join. That quarterback room was a hot fucking mess.
But I personally think the Giants are going to be a bit on the scary side this year. I think they're going to be a little more competitive than what we've seen in the past. But I take nothing away from Russell Wilson. He did do some decent stuff with Pittsburgh. He kept us in it. He still has that deep ball. Dude, it's Eagles up 24-14 over Bengals right now at halftime. And I believe we had just started the third quarter. The Ravens are starting to walk away 21-9 over the Colts.
Yeah, they
and
got
of course, tonight, Seahawks the Raiders taking on the Seahawks in Seattle. Now, the Raiders. Speaking of Terry McLaurin, the Raiders' name is at the top of the list. If he goes anywhere, he's going Vegas. What say you, sir?
Well, the Raiders need money. And the Raiders were able to
ironic
save
when they're in Vegas.
What's that?
I said, which is ironic because they're in Vegas.
Yeah, riddle me that, Batman. Vegas is going to be a very, very sneaky good team. Except for one thing. They fucked up. They picked up the worst player, Bill, in NFL history.
Oh, no, they didn't. Oh, I think, you know what? If I remember correctly, I think, yeah, you might have There might have been a few expletives in that one.
They paid Geno Smith, the worst
Hey,
player of all
better
time.
them than us because our name was on the list to look at Geno Smith. Remember that?
Correct. And
Ugh.
they only have 3 quarterbacks listed on their depth chart, so they're going with Geno. Their backup's Aiden O'Connell, and then they picked up Cam Miller out of North Dakota State. He's all right, but not NFL right. But they did get Ashton Jonty out of Boise State, that running back, and Raheem
That's
Mostert
right.
from.
Yes.
They got Raheem Mostert, Zamir White out of Georgia. I mean, they're going to be running the football a lot. I have no idea where Gardner Minshew went to. I'll have to find that at some point.
Uncle
in my life.
Rico.
Uncle Rico, I know where he went because they didn't do nothing at receiver. Jacoby Myers, they picked up that Tommy Mellett out of Montana State, who's really good, and that's it. They don't have shit at receiver. Yeah, Brock Bowers at tight end. I'm not gonna try to say my man's name. Michael Mayer out of Notre Dame. And that's it. I mean, they're going to be a run-heavy offense. I mean, you got Geno Smith. What are you going to do? Throw the football? Fuck no.
So,
Yes.
like I said, I think
And they kept Max Crosby. They paid him.
yeah, they kept him. He got paid. Honestly, though, I mean, when you think about it, the AFC, again, the NFC is going to be the team to watch. And yes, your boys are in that mix, but who do we really have that's going to be a super threat other than Baltimore? I think Cincinnati is going to be competitive this year, and Buffalo. Everybody else
All right.
is
The
like
thing that worries me in your division is you got 2 teams in there with chips on their shoulders from the playoffs still, Baltimore and Cincinnati. Every game is going to matter to those teams, like a lot. Keep getting bumped off in the playoffs. Keep getting beat in the divisional rounds. It's going to be blood every single game for both of those teams, Harbaugh and Burrow and Jamar Chase. All right, when do you see QB ones and wide receiver ones playing in the first preseason game? Not often. Burrow and Jamar Chase played today, already hooked up for a touchdown, 35 yards. Like, they mean business. All that BS that they had in the beginning of the season with the contracts and stuff like that, Chase holding out, T. Higgins holding out, that's done. I mean, I think they're locked in, and I think that's why Pittsburgh went ahead and got so much more offense because they can't play that low-scoring game right now. Cincinnati, no team scored more points than Cincinnati last year per game. And Cincinnati had a losing record because their defense was such shit. So it's going to be a matter, I mean, every game, who wins the game? Whoever scores the more points. And I think Baltimore and Cincinnati, they can score points, and Pittsburgh's going to have to match it.
I stand behind what I said last year. I stand behind what I said at the draft. I feel like this is going to be Buffalo's year, though.
Buffalo.
I honestly feel Buffalo's going to the Super Bowl for the 5th time.
I don't think any team's sicker than Buffalo. I would hate to be a Buffalo fan. Good Lord.
I mean, honestly, there's no. I mean, Miami hasn't done enough to really make me feel like they're going to be a threat to Buffalo. I think they're going to be good, but they haven't done enough. Jacksonville, not concerned about. Man, I think, watch out for the AFC North. I can actually say that, and I don't get to say because of the Steelers. I feel like, Baltimore and Cincinnati, and then
Buffalo does look good.
Kansas City, what have they done? Nothing, and they've like slowly regressed over the past few years.
Fizzling.
So Buffalo, other than the fact that they got rid of Diggs.
They got rid of Diggs. I mean, but they picked up Ray Davis. No, he was still there last year. Ray Davis, Frank Gore Jr. out of Southern Miss. Ty Johnson. So, yeah, they picked up some running backs. Receivers, they picked up Keon Coleman. He hasn't played much yet in the NFL, but he's only in his second year. He was dynamic at Florida State. I could see him getting the ball. They picked up Josh Palmer, who's very good over there with the Chargers. Curtis Samuel. They still got Khalil Shakir. Virgil. Who did they replace Diggs with? Oh, shit. They don't have like a true one
No.
outside of Khalil Shakir.
So therein lies another thing. I didn't even think about this. So, like I said, Vegas is the heavy favorite. If he goes, McLaurin goes to Vegas. But then again, Buffalo could sneak in there and say, "Hey, we'll take him."
If Buffalo wins, Josh Allen has to have an MVP season. Like, if they win, he's gonna do it all like he usually does. So yeah, they're putting a lot there defensively. Oh shit! No
Uh-oh.
wonder they didn't pick up offense because they picked up Joey Bosa.
Oh, that's right.
They picked up Joey Bosa. Good Lord, look out, motherfucker! Yeah, whew. That's a bad man right there. Good Lord. Who else they got? Oh, they got the Ojanobi. Okay. Okay. Matt Milano still. Okay. And he's healthy. If they stay healthy, they're going to be all right. But a lot of these teams, they're just a few injuries from putting all their eggs in the basket. Tre'Davious White, yeah.
I mean, other than that, I mean, think about it. Like, I think Carolina made a move. The Patriots, they're still hoping that Drake May becomes the next Joe Montana. That's never going to happen. I think they made one or two decent moves, but I mean, again, who really is going to challenge those are three? I named the three teams in the AFC, and out of
For
those
AFC?
teams, yeah, for the AFC. That's why I said my Steelers are not one of them.
Well, the Houston Texans, don't forget about them. CJ Stroud, they were in the playoffs last year, and they were very, very good. They scored a lot of points. They have good running backs. I don't think they lost anybody. And they brought in some good young talent. They picked up Nick Chubb. So you got Chubb. Holy shit! They just took half the AFC with them. They got Nick Chubb, Joe Mixon, and they got Damian Pierce in the backfield.
So they basically got the whole AFC North.
Yeah, the whole all the old running back ones.
But Nick
Wide
Chubb,
receivers are very good. Good. Oh yeah, watch these guys. Holy shit.
Yeah, but Nick Chubb, I'm not too concerned about anymore. And Mixon has been like slowly declining himself. Nick Chubb, after that nasty knee injury, which everybody, of course, blamed Fitzpatrick on.
Right.
These
guys aren't going to have to run the football much.
Like, I could see Joe Mixon being he's going to be the number one guy. And then once they get red zone, especially goal line, you're going to see a lot of Nick Chubb, dude, because he is still a powerhouse.
Right. Their wide receivers are scary.
You have convinced me to really start watching the Texans.
Nico Collins, Tank Dell, who've been killing it for them. Like, these dudes are unbelievable. You don't need anybody else. But you know what they did? They went ahead and they got more. They got greedy. They picked up John Mechie out of Alabama. They took Justin Watson from Kansas City. They took Christian Kirk from Jacksonville. These are all number one type receivers. Yeah. Xavier Hutchinson, that monster from Iowa State. Quintez Cephas, he was a number one up in Wisconsin when he played. Like, they have backups of number one receivers from college in their third and rookie years. So, I mean, they have guys that apparently they see promise in, and they could easily step up in the NFL. They have Dalton Schultz, Irv Smith at tight end, Cade Stover. All right, they're stacked. They're stacked. Wow.
You know what's funny though? Did you notice normally when the Hard Knock series comes out, it's always those teams that have struggled. Did you see who was the team for NFL's Hard Knocks on HBO Max? The Buffalo Bills.
Yeah. Is that who's doing it this year, Buffalo?
That's who's doing it this year's Buffalo. I don't know why they picked a team that for the past 3
Probably the least
years, 4 years,
charismatic.
have been like being, at the top of the list. I don't know. I've got nothing on that one. But
Yeah.
I mean, as far as I know, I mean, it's just I think NFL football this year. I mean, let's call it what it was. Okay, it was very draft heavy. This draft class sucked. The free agency again, horrible. So, like I said, I think we're going to see a lot of the same with maybe 1 or 2 differences, and that's on either division, whether it be the NFC or the AFC.
The more and more I go through these lineups, dude, I don't see like that real terrible team. Like I think anybody could win on any given Sunday. Al Pacino.
Vegas truly took a gamble today.
Shit, even Carolina did things.
No, they did something big, and I'm trying to remember what it was. Who did they picked up somebody like? Was it?
They got Rico Dowdle from Dallas. They did make a huge move, and I was like, oh my god, they're going to do something with their lives. They got Chuba Hubbard, Trevor Etienne, that dude from Georgia.
Okay.
Xavier Legette, Hunter Renfrow. They finally got him from Vegas. Adam Thielen's still there forever in his 12th year.
Was it on defense, maybe?
It has to be because all I see on here is dog shit on offense. I don't know who they would have gotten. I'm still going here.
Or did they get rid of somebody, maybe?
Maybe that's what it was. Because
They did something that everybody was like, we all were. I can't remember now. So it must
All right,
not. I mean, it was big, but it wasn't big.
They're gonna suck. Yeah, they're gonna suck.
So,
oh no, we suck again.
Oh no.
The Saints, because the Saints, remember what's his face? Retired Derek Carr.
Yeah, Derek Carr.
Called it a wrap. So I put Spencer Radler there, Cam Akers, Alvin Kamara, Clyde Edwards-Helaire left KC. Not even scary. Brandon Cooks, Chris Olave, he's good. Rashid Shaheed, he's good. Taysom Hill, he eats babies for breakfast. Jack Stoll. Yeah, they're not going to be nothing special. All right, I know you guys take a break.
So we're about to go into a little bit of overtime here because the one thing we have not talked about, and Kitty Cat's going to hate this one because I turned on the Big Ten network today. College football. So I think this season, we're looking at some serious changing of the guards.
All right, let me pull that up for you here.
And one of the things that I noticed was they're already predicting Ohio State not to be one of the favorites, but to go second. And they've been one of the, the top guys in the Big Ten now for the past however many years. No, they're predicting they're not expecting them to do very great things this year is a good way to put it.
I'll look at the let me see, I'll pull up the coaches poll. Yeah, I think we either get the coaches poll or the AP poll. I think we'll do coaches.
They're almost one and the same. So, Blue, are you rooting for yourself there, buddy? Because I'm not seeing Michigan.
Always
I'm not seeing Michigan be the.
it's like, go me.
But I will say this about Michigan: somehow they have had Ohio State's number the past 2 years?
All right, I got it. Oh, yeah. Arch Manning is leading the way in the poll, dude.
Do you think maybe the Steelers did what they did because they're holding out and hoping to get Arch Manning?
No, because I don't think they'd pay DK Metcalf and Aaron Rodgers. I think the Steelers could win it all. I'm telling you, that lineup, now that I've seen it, good Lord. Yes. Things could happen.
Well, hey, look at it this way. I love being wrong. I don't know.
I feel like I have
one of
more
the only-
optimism in your team than you do for
I'm
once.
I'm not very optimistic in my team this year. I don't trust Aaron Rodgers. I don't think we've really done enough, and we're bringing in these. I with all due respect, and bear in mind, I did say with all due respect. Dude, we brought in a lot of has-beens, a lot of guys at the end of their tenure. You know, I'm not.
Aaron Rodgers, 21 years in the league.
Basically, we put a Band-Aid over a stab wound,
Yeah.
and they stabbed us in the femoral artery. So, I mean, we're trying to stop the blood flow with a Band-Aid.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of guys we've signed have not. But, no, when it comes to college this year, I'm seeing a lot more MAC, a lot more WAC. Man, the Sun Belt, like these smaller schools, these mid schools, you know, they're really starting to make names for themselves. They're coming out of the woodwork. And of course, you know me, I always bet green. So go Marshall. I don't know why I like to bet for Marshall.
I'll never understand.
Hey,
All right, you want to hear the 20 what they got here for the 25 on college right quick?
Go for it.
Write down a list. And not very much different. All right, so you got Texas, Ohio State, Penn State, Georgia, the Fighting Irish, Clemson
Ooh.
Tigers, the Oregon Ducks at 7, Bama 8, LSU, Miami, Florida, Arizona State at 11.
Hey, look what they did last
Fighting
year.
Illini, yeah. The Fighting Illini at 12. The South Carolina Gamecocks at 13. Michigan at 14. Ole Miss, SMU, Florida, Tennessee at 18. Indiana 19. This is like a lot of Big Ten. Kansas State at 20. And somehow we have a tie at 21 because they had exactly the same amount of votes. Iowa State and Texas A&M. BYU,
Okay.
Texas Tech, and rounding it out at 25, Boise State.
Oh, we don't see so we don't see some of the teams we've seen in previous polls. We don't see TCU in there.
They have a few here that are receiving, like also receive votes, but just not in the top 25. You have your Oklahoma's in there, your USC. You do love you some Baylor.
Baylor was it, yeah. Marshall and Baylor.
TCU.
Look at
Anything
the
of
Pirates
note
winning
here?
at 7-0 tonight.
Yeah, Skeens was a beast. Syracuse, Washington, Navy, Arkansas, Duke, Colorado, Minnesota, UNLV, Florida State, Kansas, Vanderbilt, and Buffalo. All getting votes.
But we all know college football is that one sport that, dude, any team can literally beat any team at any time.
Yeah.
Look at Notre Dame, first game of the season. Getting upset. Was it first or second game they got upset?
Yeah, and it was like a blowout against a nobody. It was insane, and then they win every game.
Well, they didn't get blown out.
Still
No, they
not
lost in overtime. I think it was what, Illinois State or something like that.
Northern Illinois,
It was Northern Illinois.
and it's crazy. It's insane.
So what I'm going to do,
Or
I'm
like-
definitely going to. Obviously, I've been able to catch up on my NFL. I really need to dig deeper into my college football, especially with the actual season starting. What in the next 2 weeks? Thursday night football. Who do we have before we wrap this one up?
What for the actual
college football.
season? College football?
Yes, the season opener for the college football is always on a Thursday night now. I mean, yeah, they have some of like the scrub schools come out there, but that's not. It's the
Yeah,
Thursday
you get
night
your early
game.
Macs and stuff like that play on like Tuesdays, Wednesdays.
Yeah, North Carolina State or North Dakota State.
All right.
A&M,
Actually, it's going to start first. It's going to start on a Saturday, August
really.
23rd. Yeah, about 2 weeks from now. They're going Saturday, and they're going all or nothing. Who's the biggie? Normally, it's like they really send it off. No, it's all dog shit.
Dude, normally
Iowa
it's on a
State, Kansas State. And they're playing the first game. You got to be kidding me. It's in Dublin, Ireland.
Hey, Steelers play Minnesota in Dublin. Might as well have Iowa State and
Wow.
Kansas State. So that is interesting. Like I said, that they normally the first game of the season is normally on a Thursday night. It's been like that now for like the past 20 years.
So then there's only like 6 games on that Saturday. So that following Thursday, like you said, there's a shit
Okay.
ton of teams playing. So yeah, they'll have a bunch playing. Nothing really. None of those teams that we mentioned really start playing. I mean, you have Georgia Tech, Colorado on the 29th.
There it is.
But
So we got-
Saturday is Saturday the 30th is when you start getting the big dogs.
So they've got Thursday, we're looking at Storybrooke versus San Diego State, Ohio versus Rutgers, Mercyhurst versus Youngstown State, Jacksonville State, UCF. Holy crap, that's a lot for a Thursday night. I mean, a lot.
Yeah.
What the hell?
You know what? You know what game will be really fun to watch? I will be
Storybrooke?
watching. No, it's smashing it over. It'll be Jacksonville State, Dion's old team, and UCF. That is fireworks.
Dude, what is going on?
Duke and Elon, good lord. Mizzou and Clark.
Yeah,
Those early season absolute beatdowns, like 70-0. They are fun to watch.
Okay, now wait a minute. Now here's a game to watch. Go back up a little bit, Cat, please. Check this one out. Boise State versus South Florida. South Florida is always that team. That's definitely one you don't sleep on.
Yeah, that's a total of 63 points and Boise by 7 on the line. So they're saying they're going up and down the field all game. So that could be a good game. No defense
That
will be played on
one-
that day.
Out of all the ones I'm watching there, other than Mercyhurst versus Youngstown State, I mean, come on, that's gonna be a banger. East Carolina, North Carolina State, that'd be a decent one.
NC State, 13-point favorite.
Buffalo, Minnesota. What is the premier game that night? If we scroll down just a little bit further, oh my God, the premier game, 9 p.m., week 1, Thursday, August 28th. You hear it here first, folks. Miami of Ohio traveling to Wisconsin. What do you do? You muted yourself. What's I don't know. He's mute now. We can't hear you.
How's that?
There he is.
I have no idea. Big fingers.
Look at that.
I like Nebraska Cincinnati that night.
So big, our boy Big Blue there saying Mercyhurst is now Division I. Really?
Yeah.
So I'm definitely going to look up my college now. I mean, you know me; it's that time of the year. It's gonna be a lot of Oktoberfest. I have a feeling this season I'm gonna need many bottles of this.
I stopped at Brewmeister's the other day, Bill.
Do tell.
Picked up Sam Adams. They are stockpiling
Oktoberfest already.
all flavors of the fest.
I do believe I am going to be going shopping here very soon. I was so happy. I went to Sheetz. Like I said, I wanted to get my Pacifico. And guess what? They're not selling Pacifico now. They're bringing in the Oktoberfest, and they had Yingling already. And it is very odd because Yingling normally doesn't come out with their Oktoberfest yet. They wait till about the very last week of August or the very beginning of September.
Yeah, I went in to get
start
some
picking.
Sam Summers Ale, and they had was a 12-pack left. I'm like, for how long? And they're like, till next year. I was like, this is terrible.
We got 2 questions coming out, and then we're going to wrap this. Blue wants to know, when are we going to start picking? Steve, if I'm not, who took the championship last year? You took college.
I took them both.
Or I think Cat and Blue took college. No, Cat. I think Cat took college last year, didn't she?
I thought I had them both.
Did he squeak in there?
And then me and Cat came down to the wire, and I snagged it.
Are we going to do our traditional? We're going to bring it back. Get out there, and will you be joining us? This is going to be my question. Will you be joining us here, at least just for the Thursday nights for the duration of the football season?
In some capacity, yeah.
He
Someone
said
got
some capacity.
Somebody got
Fair
to hold
enough,
that belt, baby.
So then, yeah, I mean, I like how this worked, dude. I mean, this went well, and I tell you what, we didn't even do our midpoint break. We just, I mean, the football talk flowed.
Yeah, and you know, it only gets better once the season starts. It really does. And I think you know, everybody should encourage getting in here and getting their 2 cents in if you don't like Philly.
Pittsburgh's going to the Super Bowl. Here we go. No, on a final note, my final shot of the night. Did you see that McAfee has been doing his show from Latrobe? I wish I had gone now. McAfee's he's been down there at Latrobe. He was doing a lot of interviews with Aaron Rodgers. Well, Aaron Rodgers and TJ Watt, along with Cam Hayward, were on the show one day, and the crowd started chanting, "Fuck Myles Garrett." Rodgers was so confused at what was going on.
Shocking.
Like he's like, "What is," because they started screaming, "Yeah, Aaron, what's up, Aaron?" And he's looking around going, "What's going on?" And McAfee's like, "Dude, you're in Pittsburgh. These are Yinzers." And they started all doing the, "Here we go, dude." And Rodgers is sitting there like, "Dude, this is weird." I mean, dude, you were a cheesehead forever. You have something like the best fan base, and you're busting like this is weird to you.
Well, like we talked about before, man. A different team you go to, it's like a different culture. Like it's a culture shock for him, probably, especially coming from the Jets.
Well, I don't want to get beat the fuck up by 70,000 fans and go to a Philly game. I really don't. You guys make it rough. I'm not gonna lie. Philly will burn down its own city over a game.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. Do we all remember the Kent State story? That was over a basketball game.
Yeah.
They rioted, and then they were protesting at Kent State. And to this day, they still have not figured out why the National Guard felt the need to open fire on a bunch of students.
Because they're the National Guard.
National Guard. It's like the Coast Guard. When we went to Erie the other day, we saw the They had it right there, Coast Guard. I'm like, haha, protecting the Canadian waters, are we? Yeah.
Yeah.
We're worried about the politest people in the world coming over here and invading, right?
You're correct.
It wasn't even just one. There was like 3 or 4 of them that went past like in increments of like every 10, 15 minutes. I'm like, why? It must be an Ohio thing. Guys, this was fun. Next week, I think we are going to see Blue brought up a good point. We need to go ahead and start our early predictions. I've got mine written down after the draft. So
for like Super Bowl and all that, like
for the Super Bowl and for college. I don't know. I'm both excited and kind of like, I might lean heavy on the college this year more than the NFL. So we'll leave that for a whole nother conversation.
it's gonna be fun.
Steve-O, love you, buddy. You know I do.
You as
Always
well.
fun. Thank you, everybody, for coming on. This was great. We will see you all again Sunday night for the Sunday night weekend hangover. Of course, we've got Monday night bartender, our Wednesday night open bar, and of course, Thirsty Thursday. This will be the sports edition for quite some time now. So, Steve, get some sleep, brother. Enjoy your coffee. Everybody, always remember, though, everything we say on this show is just our opinion. But then again, Steve-O, let's hear it.
It just might be the alcohol talking.
I can't believe you got red faced like that. Guys, cheers. We'll talk to you all later.
All right, later, guys.
Thank you for stopping in and listening to the Another Shot podcast. We shared some drinks, stories, and laughs. But it's time to say goodnight. Join us next time on Another Shot podcast.
If you're looking for a party, then man, have you found it? Now the shot is coming raw and unbounded. The whiskey's always talking and the beer's overflowing. Now the shot is gonna hit you with the mind overloading. The bar is always open,